welcome back to 52 Weeks of Beauty. Today's video is going to be a tag video, even though I technically haven't been tagged. And nobody's actually requested me to do this video, but I wanted to do something like fun and a little bit different today. And I was going through some of the tags and I'm like, I love this one. I remember watching so many of these when this tag started going around a while ago, like a year ago or whatever it was. And it's my perfect imperfections. And basically you just go through 3 things that you think are your flaws and then 3 things that you like about yourself. I really like this subject because I think it really makes you think about yourself. It really makes you, come to terms with things that maybe you aren't the most happy about, but it also makes you really appreciate the things that you really do like about yourself. And sometimes we don't think about those things. So it was nice just to sit down and be like, oh my gosh, I am really grateful for this. And even though I may consider something a flaw, it still makes me who I am, and I have to be willing to accept that and come to terms with everything, which I think I have. Okay, so let's talk about what I consider my 3 flaws. Obviously, I think I have more than 3, but these are the 3 that are the biggest in my opinion. Okay, the first would be something that I don't know for sure I noticed until I started doing these videos. And if I did notice once in my life, then I really notice it a lot more now. So it's my nose. And it's like not even, like I don't even want to get too close to the camera because it's just weird. But in some of my first videos, I had the camera, like I have it up higher now, but I had it like more lower and it was kind of looking up at me, and that's when I really noticed. So if you go to some of my beginning videos, it's just that my nose isn't even on each side. Is that weird? I don't know why. I mean, maybe I feel like I can't breathe breathe very well sometimes, and I'm like, it's probably why, I'm not getting as much air on this side as I am on this side. And anyway, it's not that big of a deal. Like I said, I don't normally notice until, I guess, if people were looking up at me, then they might notice. So I guess it's not like a huge deal, but it's something that I noticed from the original videos, and I'm just like, but what can I do? I can't really do anything to change that. Okay, so the next thing would be something I'm sure you guys know is my hair and my natural hair. Oh my goodness, it's thin, it breaks easy, it's an ashy, dirty blonde, and it's just really fragile and there's not much going on. And anyway, but if I didn't have that problem, then, obviously the whole hair extension world wouldn't exist for me, and I'm crazy in love with that world, so yeah. It all makes sense. Okay, and then the third flaw is, and I don't want to offend anybody with this one because there's like a little bit of a story that goes along with it, but it would be my dimple in my chin. And it's hard because I don't know if I really consider it a flaw anymore because I feel like I've accepted it, but I had to put it as a flaw because of all the pain that it's caused me along the way in my life so far, and mostly when I was younger. And so here's how it kind of goes down is, I was made fun of a lot, and I've only had one girl leave a mean comment, I consider it a mean comment, on one of my videos, and I deleted it, but it said, butt chin, haha, and I wrote her back and I was like, dimple is way nicer, and I put a wink face. And then, like a few days later, I was like, I can't live with that on there, that brings back way too many memories, like I'm deleting it, done, I gotta move on. So I went through being made fun of so much in high school, and they would come up and they would grab my chin and they would say these awful things. So because I was made fun of so much for my chin, I came up with a story, okay? And so what I would do is someone would make fun of me and my chin, or they'd grab my chin or whatever, and I would be like, well, my dad used to be an alcoholic and he was really abusive, and he would grab a hammer, and one time he grabbed a hammer and he like hit my chin, and it formed like this circle in my chin. And these are like young kids, and they were just like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And like it like stopped. Like I was made fun of a lot, but I was never made fun of twice by the same person after that. Now I would be like, I'm just kidding, but they literally like were so taken aback by that story. Taken back? Yeah. They were so taken back by that story that they were like, I don't think they wanted to go there ever again. So anyway, now looking back, no, my dad wasn't an alcoholic and he never hit me with a hammer. Like I just feel like it's, and people would be like, they'd be like, how did it not break your chin? And I'm like, well, I don't know, but I have this dimple now. And anyway, it was, looking back, it was like a really sad thing that I had to come up with that story to kind of protect myself and stop them from making fun of me. But now I think it's cute. Now I'm cool with it. If I used to also like want to like fill it in. I'd be like, when I'm old enough, I'm gonna get plastic surgery and I'm gonna just put a piece of skin right there. I'm just gonna make it even. And I, you know, I guess like now that I'm old enough, I can appreciate it. I think it's unique and I think it's cute and all that. But if I could like make 2 dimples, like take this and double it and put them right here, I would do that instead by far, because I think dimples in the cheek are like the cutest thing in the whole entire world, and I'd rather have that, but I'm okay. So I'm accepting it and I'm moving on, and yeah. Okay, so now to the 3 things that I like about myself. I would say, and I don't know how to say this like right, but I would just say that my complexion of my skin is like olive, and I like that because I feel like I tan really easy and I don't burn. And I also feel that I, like in the winter when I'm not super tan and I haven't been in a pool or anything like that or at the beach, I feel like I still have a subtle tan going on. So I guess just my complexion of my skin. My dad is really the same way, and I always think about this story. Someone's calling. So my dad has like the same kind of complexion to his skin, and he tans very easily. And I remember the story when I was in high school. We lived in Nashville, and my brother really wanted to go to the pool, and my mom couldn't take him. So she's like, can you please take Sean to the pool? He had just gotten home from work, and he was still in like his black dress pants, I think. He's like, I'm just going like this because I'm going to tan too much. I'm going to be super dark, and I don't feel like getting a tan right now, and I'll go, but I'm going to wear these pants and I'm just going to lay out on the thing. And my mom's like, okay, go. He came back, and like the next few days, I know black attracts the sun and all of that, so that was probably the wrong color pants to go out there. But he literally had pants on and he was super tan after that. So anyway, so I think about that story all the time. I think it's like funny, and I'm like, I feel the same way. Like I don't have to be out at the beach very long and I get tan. So I would just say my skin complexion and tanability. Okay. The next thing would be my height. Like I'm 5'9". I'm technically, I think if I was literally on a tape measure, I like just hit 5'9". I might be 5'8" and like whatever it is. I don't even know how to say that. But it literally rests like right at the 5'9" mark. So I love that. And the only thing that I would say is kind of not cool about being tall is like heels, because I can't wear the fun heels. I can't wear like 4 or 5 inch heels. I'm not even comfortable in them. I feel like I'm just gonna tip right over. And I think because I'm not used to like wearing those big heels, because I already feel like tall enough. And anyway, but then when there's fun shoes, what I'm trying to say, like I'm like, I can't wear that. First, I'll trip and fall, and second, I will tower over every single person, and I don't know, I just don't feel maybe that comfortable being that tall. But I think 5'9" with maybe a 2-inch heel, I'm pretty comfortable at that, and that's about where I, you know, draw the line. But normally you'll see me in flats, like Toms and flip-flops and things like that. Okay, and then the last thing is my legs. And I think it's because I was in sports since I was pretty much like born. Started with swimming and then gymnastics, and then I was in, what was I in? Softball for like 14 years, and I played basketball, a little volleyball. So I feel like because of all of the athletics that my legs are more like toned and all of that, muscular-ish. I think what I like about my legs so much is my calves, and I think that's what makes my legs more, I don't know, toned looking, I guess. I had a girl come up to me in high school, and she came up to me after class and she stopped me and she's like, how do you get your calves to look like that? And I was like, I don't know, you know, like it's not like I try. But I think it was just because I was like doing all of the sports and everything like that. So I would say being active when I was younger, I think has paid off to make my legs look a little bit more toned. I can't think of the right word to say. Okay, so those are my answers, and I encourage you guys to do the same thing and leave a video response below, or just leave a comment below and let me know your 3 things that you like about yourself and 3 things that you consider a flaw. I would be so interested to know that, and I hope you guys are having a great week, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye.